Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Afternoon, folks. The camera's a little bit low. That's it. That's it. Can you share it?
Yeah.
Hi, Christina.
So that's stuffing in the computer.
It is.
It's nice.
Yeah. Right.
Do you want to give me the mouse so I can highlight?
Yeah. Hi, Catherine. How you doing? Hi, Kathy. Hello, Lisa. They're coming in random orders. So, finally, the camera's right in my eye shot. Well, I suppose that's where it's supposed to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. I need to message your sister, actually, congratulate her on her Ironman. Right, chicken tikka masala. 2 parts. I'm going to do both parts now, but part 1 usually is the bit where you leave it alone in the fridge, for a few hours. So I've already done one, which is there. So that's been marinating, actually just since this morning. And I'm going to use that as the bit that I'm going to cook, but I'm going to remake that bit now. And we'll just have it again tomorrow. We'll just roast it off. So you can do the chicken tikka bit, that, in advance. And the masala bit is the sauce that you're making to go on top of the chicken tikka. I hope that makes sense. So we're starting. Oh, hello. Hi all. Would you believe I started to make brownie for this dish for tomorrow? Excellent. Fabulous. You're better prepared than we are, Stephen, because we forgot to do it yesterday, even though it was in the diary to make the chicken tikka masala, chicken tikka. So I'm going to use. What are you whimpering at? Oh, he's lay on the mat and she wants to share it. Not that they've both got rugs outside. Now you can obviously use a pestle and mortar if you want to, go old school and bash the garlic and the ginger there. I'm going to put everything into here just so you can see what it looks like, looking around from the ginger. Right, so I don't know if you can hear Coco, but she's having a bit of a moan at Argy. It's not even in the sun where he's lay.
She does a very unique one, doesn't she?
Right, so anyway, the garlic, the ginger, the yogurt, the spices are all going to go into here to start with. And we're just going to make a bit of a marinade for the chicken.
Post from Sarah in Members Group. Thank you, Alice, my granddaughter, has enjoyed her vanilla cupcake from your Keto for Kids ebook. Didn't use the options, so but she tried and ate it. She's
Excellent.
it.
Oh, brilliant. All right. So there's a good chunk of ginger. I mean, the recipe calls for 1 inch. I've got more chicken than the 600 that this is calling for. I've got 1 kilo of it. So I'm using slightly more ingredients. Garlic. So we know what. Oh no, Stephen's having it tomorrow. So who's having what for dinner tonight? You're dead right there, Di. This is a fabulous recipe. And I think it's got probably well, it's much more flavour than you'd normally get. Chicken tikka masala normally at a restaurant's just thick, creamy, whereas this is full of flavour. Still creamy, still rich, but it's full of flavour. Bolognese on the go. Big Daddy steak. I've got my Big Daddy steak in the fridge. I didn't have it last night because I had a smaller ribeye steak and a couple of salmon fillets. What is wrong with him? Right. What? What's he got of yours that you eat the... There's nothing there.
It's he just in the way and she doesn't want to walk.
Maybe. Right. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. Right, let her in the house. That's all it is. That's all it
Not
is.
that she's polite.
No, normally she wouldn't give him monkeys. She'd just climb all over him. Right, you're not standing there though. Oi, look at him. You're not standing there. Off you go. Off you go. No, don't just look at my finger. Off you go.
That's the one thing that gets me is that dogs don't understand pointing.
No, Archie understands pointing.
Archie doesn't understand pointing, he just guesses from your tone.
Archie, go left.
But this left or that left?
Yeah. Guess I'm going to take that for the walk and I get to the end of the passageway. Go, Archie, go right. He actually does. He looks both ways. He looks both ways. I'm not sure he's worked out yet which one's right and which one's left, but he does look both ways. No, she's not having any more cheese.
She's had loads of treats over the walk.
Right. Okay. Garlic, ginger. We might as well put the spices in here as well. So, right, you can get lost as well. Pair of you. They're both staring at me now. Right. Outside. Off you go. Go and behave like dogs. Off you go. No, go on. Go on. Go on. Off you go. Go on and stay in the sun. No. Let's try that again. Okay. So which of the ninjas would you say you get most use out of? Oh, so this is a hard one because we actually use both pretty regularly. I mean, daily. Right now, I've got a sausage meat stuffing. It's just a new recipe that we're sort of creating. That's in the foodie, just in a small baking tray. The chicken, this chicken is going to go in the grill. It's the best one for it, absolutely, because you've got a much bigger surface. You get that charcoal sort of effect as well. So I suppose if you were to say which one could I live without, I'd probably say the foodie, even though that was the first one that we got. Garam masala. Again, adjust the seasonings to your taste, yeah? So if you like it spicier, then add more chili. If you want more depth of flavor, then you want more garam masala. But you need to make it once, follow the recipe, and then think about how you want to change it. Because we're not precious. A recipe is a recipe. You know, it's done to our tastes almost. Yes, I am right now. You will have different tastes. Right, so that's the spices. I've got pink Himalayan salt, I've got garam masala, I've got coriander powder, and I've got Kashmiri chili. Yogurt, and oh yeah, and I've got some chopped. Got some slightly older chopped coriander here, so I'm going to chuck into the sauce. I've got some fresh stuff for the other part. No, that's enough of that. It's a bit soggy at the bottom. Right, this is the quick bit as well. I mean,
so we've had 73 new people join us on our channel.
oh, amazing.
Yesterday.
Right, I'm going to stick a bit more coriander in there. Right, okay, that's it. That's pretty much everything in there. The spices, hang on, let's catch the sun. We've got the spices, we've got the coriander, we've got the yogurt, and the garlic and ginger. Missed one thing. A little bit of olive oil. So, good day to you, Emily. How you doing? Hope you're well. Good afternoon, Rona, from Scotland, one of our many Scottish contingents. There you go. So you got quite a deep red, sort of like, oh, again, I'm rubbish with colour. It's almost golden, isn't it? It's sort of.
Yeah, it's a deep orange.
It's a deep orange, yeah.
It's not red.
Okay, it's not red. There you go. I told you to get it wrong. Right, so chicken, you can do, I mean, I've got chicken breast here. You could do this with chicken, skinless, boneless chicken thighs if you wanted. Just take a little bit longer to cook. It's entirely up to you whether you have the chicken fairly big, i.e. you can cut it into strips. You can leave it in strips like this. It's going into the bowl. So you could sort of like just under a centimetre thick, really. You don't want too thick. So nice, going full length of the chicken. Try and keep them reasonably similar, uniform. That'll help you with your cooking times. Or if you want just chunkier bits, then cut it into. You can even get the diced chicken. You know, obviously you can buy diced chicken. So, you know, if you don't want to handle the chicken, then buy diced chicken and do it that way. I'm going to do a mix of both. I prefer to do the diced, but you might find if you're trying to put it into a wrap or a I don't know, one of the linseed pittas, some nice long pieces would fit better. See, Cooper didn't pick up on the fact that I didn't say hello to her, but you know. Hello, Cooper. Are you in Bournemouth yet? What we're having it with? I was going to do some Swede rice.
She's trying to get you to say the naan recipe, which is hers.
Which recipe is that?
The mini naan.
No, I've not seen that one. No. I don't know what you're on about. No, I was going to do some, because we've got some salad in as well. So I didn't want to do another bread. So just a bit of Swede rice. I'm sure I've got a recipe for Swede rice somewhere.
You do, it's an OMG.
There you go, see? I didn't realise that this would be such a competition. Who can have the most recipes? And actually, I wouldn't even know who might be even winning.
Michelle's catching you up.
Is she?
Yeah. Well, because she writes 40 at a time.
Yeah, right, okay, but here's the difference. She's using one recipe to make 4 dishes. That's cheating. I mean, I think it's
maybe we should say anything that includes Werther's doesn't count.
Yeah, definitely. There's 50% of her recipe's gone. You know, I think it's cheating when she goes, here's traditional lasagna and here's upside down lasagna. 2 different recipes. No, you just tipped it upside down.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah.
It would help if you're taking it out of the dish. You've got a layer at the bottom.
Yeah, you put your lasagna sheets and your cheese at the bottom and build from there. So it's a new and improved lasagna recipe. It's just upside down.
Or what you could do is just all of Michelle's recipes. Just because Michelle takes your recipe, which has been adapted to make the macros sort of work for people's lifestyles, and goes, no, it's not enough cheese. And then you should take her recipe and go, right, okay, now we need to make this somewhat macro friendly.
Now we need to make it so that you're not having to do nomads just to eat this. Is there? Oh, what was that? Between? I don't know what titanium chicken is. That's got to be a brand, a gimmick. Oh, Tikka. The spices are different, and actually, you can sort of almost the way that this is cooked. The beginning part makes it look like it's like a Tikka, definitely. But the spices are a little bit different. I wonder where titanium came from.
Jane's got a question.
Have you cooked the southern whole recipe at the Ninja? We have. And I think it was because of cooking it in the Ninja that made me not cook it for long enough, if you know what I mean, because it rises pretty quickly in the Ninja. So it looked done, and then when it came out and we I started to cool down, that's when it sort of flopped, went soft. Right, chicken diced, spice sauce in. So I would say, I think on in the oven, the traditional was 180. So I'd drop it just by 10 degrees, but you would still need to go for a good half an hour. So as Liam said, you go past the point of it looking cooked, and you wait for it to start
to dehydrate.
You then start drying it out to get the crunch. Otherwise, they look cooked, but they're very soft. And the second you take the heat off them, they start to soften.
Good news. I got the edited video back.
Oh, okay, brilliant.
Michael really turned around in like 2 days.
Okay.
So it should be on the YouTube channel by the end of the week.
Okay. Right. All right. So that's what we were aiming at with our tikka. So this is the bit we're going to leave to marinate. Now, we'll just have a look at this. I'm going to start the masala sauce in a second.
Lisa's asking about Swede rice. So she
Sorry,
says,
I missed that.
everyone but the husband loves cauliflower rice. He likes cauliflower but doesn't like it for rice. Is the Swede a little less absorbent and more like rice texture?
Yes, because it's definitely that depends as to how long you cook it, Lisa. None of these take long to cook, and I think the fear is that people try and cook it the same length of time that you cook rice, and it's minutes. It's minutes to sort of cook Swede rice. So I'm just checking my sausage meat stuffing. Not quite. No, it needs a little bit more. So obviously, blitz it in your food processor to rice it. Just fry it in butter, and it will only take, maximum 10 minutes, start to finish. But taste it, because you can leave it sort of crunchy. You can leave it, as we call it, al dente. You can leave it so it's got a bite to it. Obviously, Swede will mash. So if you overcook it, it'll just turn into Swede mash. No difference to cauliflower. It'll just turn into cauliflower mash. Afternoon, Gary. Oh. Cheers, folks. Gabalong oolong. I'm not swearing at you. That's the tea. Right, okay, so let's get on to the sauce. Roughly chop. Oh, fresh chili. Mr. Jim. Have you eaten all of the chilies?
I don't think
What did you do? Snack on them for lunch?
I think he used chilies.
There was a little bag of chilies in here. Well, right, I'm going to have to use fried because the one that's in there isn't very edible. Oh, I've got.
That one looks alright.
It's really mild.
Hi.
Hi, Bonnie. Yeah, I'll have it for crunch, but it needs a bit more spice. Got dry chilies. All right. Right, okay, where are we? Roughly chopped chilies, tomatoes in the pan. I need to start with the shallots first in the butter. Yeah. Right, I'm firing up the food, no, the grill as well. I've lost the knife. Not doing very well today.
Hi. That's a bread now.
Yeah, where's the other knife gone? Where's the other chopping knife gone? I have both of them now.
There's one in the
Oh, okay. I've got both out and put one away. What was I saying then? Who knows? Someone give me a clue. What was I saying?
grill.
Grill. Yeah, put the grill on. Well done. At least someone was listening. Get it warm. So I put it on grill function. So it's going to preheat. In which, when I put the chicken in, it's going to sear it. And I get those lovely black scorch lines all the way through.
No, Emma, we're feeling the pressure.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, the knives out right here.
Right, yes. So the knives are IKEA. However, they don't stay sharp. You have to sharpen them. And I'm glad you think this is a sensible one, Emma. God knows what you think of the normal ones. So if your knives are blunt, get yourself a sharpener. That's all you need. Just something as simple as that. Just run the knife through it gently. No pressure. You don't have to force the knife in. And it will just gradually give you a little bit of an edge. Be careful. You shouldn't have to force your knife through something that's 99% water. And as much as we're not sponsored by IKEA or anyone else, Ninja, these are great knives. I mean, they're not expensive at all. I think somebody asked me recently, I sent them the link to the set, which is the carver, so the bread knife, the chef's knife, and one of the small paring knives. I think it was about 20 quid, which is just ridiculous value considering I've had these knives for years.
So do you want to talk about our accomplishment?
Which is what?
Being creator on the road.
Okay, so who here is watching us on YouTube? Stick your hand up. Was it yesterday we got the email?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday we got an email from YouTube letting us know that we were going to be chosen to be what they call creator on the rise. There you go, Lisa. Thank you very much. She's the grand up. Excellent. Hello, Christina. You still away on holiday? Don't want to know. So now, I have no idea what this business of creator on the rise means, but apparently Ella's taken all the credit.
I have not.
And said.
Although someone did say, "Well done, Ella,"
yeah,
on the phone.
Yeah, it's not telling us now. It's not showing us a split. Normally, it used to show us a split. I
No,
don't
you
know
have
if
to hover over it.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Um, so anyway, yes. And now Bonnie. She can't do it without me. Every organ grinder needs their monkey. So, whatever it means we're featured on something, which is great. And it means that it's just
We're featured on the main trending page.
we're
It's
featured
not like
on
a...
right. Okay. Again, it's not something I get excited about, is it?
But it's something you should get excited
Okay.
about.
Apparently, I had to be on my best behaviour today. Whatever that means. Right, so she's off camera so she can give me the dirty look. She's like, could you get this on YouTube? Right. We both know the answer to that question. It's not nice poking fun. Right, where are we? Right. Tomatoes going in. So I've got some cherry tomatoes here. I normally like to use the baby plum tomatoes, but yeah, again, I forgot to buy the right ones. Well, I did when I went shopping earlier, so I had to pop to Sainsbury's, and they never had plum ones. So not much difference. That's all right, Bonnie. Okay, and the chili. So I'm going to use. These are sad excuses for chilies because they're more like little peppers. But I'm going to whack them in. They've got very little heat. I'm going to throw in some crushed chili as well. Again, you can make this hotter. I used to get one of my favourite dishes actually. And we haven't. I think we've had maybe 2 Indian takeaways in the last 4 years. In fact, 4 years next week, I think. Keto.
I don't know.
It was this holiday 4 years ago that we were in Turkey. In fact, we were it was this weekend. We went Wednesday to Wednesday, didn't we? There you go. So we've probably had about 2 Indian takeaways since. But one of my favourite dishes was chicken tikka chili masala. I know it's a completely made up thing. Anyone that sort of authentic Indian cuisines, there isn't such a thing. But it was one of my favourite ones. Thanks, Lisa. It's been an interesting journey. We've learned a lot, and actually, I think we've all learned a lot in the last 2 years, 18 months since lockdown.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I've learned how to become a baker in the last 2 weeks. Right. Okay. We're not too hot in here. This is medium heat. We're not trying to sort of brown anything off in here. This is just nice, and what we try to do with the tomatoes now is soften them up so that we sort of get the juices out of them, but we don't want to dry the pan out. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that. I know you can't see properly. There you go. Oh, that's a better shot. Now Ella has requested very soon we put a camera rail in above here, so you see an image coming down. No idea how that's going to work, but
the videos are about to get an upgrade.
No. Right. Okay. Chilies are in. Leave it alone. Cook for 10 minutes. I'm going to leave it alone. Right. You heard the grill just beep then, so that's ready. Effectively it's about 200 degrees now. So If you are about to stick some food in it, be careful, it's hot. It's going to maybe spit at you. Make sure you spread the meat around, so that you'll be able to rotate it all in a little while. But just, you can get a picture of that. So just spread the meat all the way across the grill. There you go. And leave it alone. So Coco's winding Argy up now. Right, so the tomatoes starting to sort of, the skins are starting to shrivel, so I can squeeze the juices out. Can you hear them? Right. Tell you what I'll do whilst that's going to take a couple more minutes on there. And if you need to go anywhere, feel free. I'm just going to be here for the next hour, but
Chop it up a sweet.
chop it up as we. I haven't got anywhere else to go now, so. Now, if you don't want to do this bit, places like Tesco's and Asda generally sell diced swede. So they've done part of the process for you. Because yes, it is a bit tough. To sort of skin a swede. You can use a potato peeler if you want. It's just a bit quicker. Just keep your hand out of the way of the knife. Right, there we go. So you do want to chop it into slightly smaller chunks before you put it in the food processor. It is tough swede. You don't want to put big chunks in there, regardless of what power your food processor is. It'll just get stuck on a blade. So give it some nice small chunks, and it'll do the rest of the job for you. Either they've all gone home or they've all gone quiet. Right, so
Everything smells amazing in here.
yeah, there's quite a lot going on, isn't there? All right, so the sausage meat stuffing is done. I'll get that out in a few minutes. There we go. The tomatoes, it's got one stubborn one. When we add the spices to this, it's going to go thick like a paste. I'll just give that another couple of minutes. There's a very, well, an underripe tomato there that's not quite given up. So, swede. There's probably 200-300 grams in there. Missed a bit. Yeah, hang on a minute. On it. There you go. It's about 10 seconds that I blitzed it. So I've kept it reasonably chunky. You could go a bit finer if you want. It's probably, it's a little bit bigger than rice would be. But you could carry on processing if you really wanted to. Bonnie, the sausage meat is just a recipe that I'm trying out. Let me see. I'll get a plate and see if we can tip it out. Nice. Right. So this is. If you didn't know already, we've got, on occasions, they're not on there all the time, but we've got sausages being made for us, and they're on our website. Well, he's also he's given me some sausage meat to play around with some recipes. So I'm going to give him this recipe back, so he can make for us some sausage meat stuffing. I just made it into like a meatloaf. I was wanting to test the recipe. There you go. So imagine little stuffing balls with your roast, with your Christmas roast. Yeah. So that's with fresh thyme. This time I don't know. This isn't it? Yeah, it's fresh thyme. I've used mega bread crumbs as the bread, bread part. Sorry, it's not fresh thyme, fresh sage. You're saying it wrong. Fresh sage. Look.
That's really nice.
Sausage meat and cranberries.
It's very crispy.
Yeah, the outside is very crispy. It's very. I think that might be something to do with the breadcrumbs as well as part of it. Right. Okay. So we're there. We're there. Moisture's gone. The tomatoes have given up all their juices, but you've still got the bulk of the flesh there. Right. Spice time.
Did you get too much salt?
I don't reckon I added much.
Maybe it's just spicy.
Yeah. Just realised I haven't done the spices. That's because I'm getting distracted. Right. While I prep the garlic and the ginger for that, because all I've got to do is make the paste now, I'm just going to do the sweet rice. It's 2 portions. It's a big chunk of butter, about 25-30 grams. Leave that to me.
So it's no subject to energy must be bought 2 litres of water bottle. I now have 2 litres of flavoured water. I take to the gym. I add a teaspoon of salt to water. Is that enough for electrolytes?
Well, it depends how you feel, Jason. If you feel it's enough, and if you're not feeling lethargic, then it's enough. There's no set limit. There's no requirement. There's no measured amount that you definitely have to have each day. You need to have enough to make you feel good. Some days that'll be more. Some days that'll be less.
So not salt. What's salt?
Add a teaspoon. That's only a teaspoon of salt to the water.
Oh, is it 2 litres?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Yeah, and if you feel fine, if it's you don't want the water so you can't, it's too salty that you can't drink it. You want enough salt in there that it has an impact, but all right. So I missed this out, but I need to crack on with it. So this is ginger and garlic for the masala sauce. Now I am going to get the pestle and mortar out for this bit just to speed it up. So if you haven't got one, grab yourself a wooden one because you need to be able to bash it. You don't want to be bashing a marble one. Bit of salt. Need a bit more garlic. There we are. Okay. Right, so that's the. Oh, right, the grill ninja has just turned itself off. I only put it on a 10-minute timer, so I'll have a look. It will need going on again, definitely. But if you're unsure, yeah, so I can see there's still too much water, still too much moisture in the middle. There's the tongs. So you want it drier. So it's starting the outside, and this is one thing with the grill, the outsides, the very outer edges will cook quicker. So just give them a bit of a rotate. Get some of those slightly more well done bits in the middle and get some of the middle bits out to the side. That's a kilo of chicken in there. So enough for a family of 4, 6, or Louis. Right, okay, so garlic and ginger are in there. We're just going to give it a bit of. Is the 0 carb flavoured water? Okay, I don't know. It depends which brand it is. 0 carb, that can still have all sorts of sweeteners in it. So I can add more salt. Yeah, if you can drink more salt, then add a bit more salt. I think a teaspoon for 2 litres sounds quite a lot. I probably have about a half to 3/4. But if it's not salty for you, okay, there you go. We've mashed the garlic.
That was part of mine, part
Yeah, no. Right, sweet rice. I'm just going to stir this in with the butter and then stick it on the back so I can finish off the sauce on the front. Stick a lid on the rice. You don't need to do anything else to that. Apart from give it a stir. There's a fair amount of moisture in the swede already. Just don't have the heat on too high, otherwise it will burn. So you just want it to cook over a medium heat. So that's on number 7 there. Right, okay, back to this. Let's get on with it. So garlic and ginger, which have been pureed, they're going in. And we need to add the turmeric now as well. And it's at this point, this is going to turn into a bit of a thick paste. Don't forget, all spices, all real spices, they're natural thickening agents. So, nice big teaspoon of turmeric. Give that a good mix, and it's suddenly gone quite thick. If you just press it, you'll see you've made a paste that you can keep in the fridge. You could do this as part of weekend prep, and then all that's needed to be added to this now is coconut milk. add the final 2 spices. So we've got a little bit more chili, so a bit more Kashmiri chili, and a little bit of garam masala. What was that? What's the question is salt and the pink salt, rock salt. There's pretty much no difference in it at all. So pink salt, rock salt, they're unprocessed salts. They contain trace elements of minerals. They're again very, very similar. They just use either one that you can get hold of. Garam masala. Right. So again, adding these 2 spices in, and just squeeze it into the tomatoes and the shallots, and you get this beautiful, very deep maroon paste. I say, if you really want it, let that cool down, put that through a food processor, you've got your own curry paste. Or just leave it lumpy. All the flavors there. Right, so the final thing is coconut milk. Now I've got one from Sainsbury's. This is one of the good ones. This is 75% coconut extract. And it's the whole tin. So you can see it's good because it ain't coming out. So there will be some water in it. Be aware. Don't just. There you go. So you can see the water there. There's a little layer of water at the bottom. There you go. So that's how you want your coconut. You want it to be fairly solid. It's, reasonably cool in here. I don't know, 18 degrees, 19 degrees? 20 degrees in here, and that's still predominantly solid. Right, let's get the heat up. And we're going to get that to thicken just a little bit. And I think I've got everything now. Yeah. All right. Coconut cream, you wouldn't use anywhere near as much. It's obviously a much thicker, richer. So you'd use a little bit of coconut cream. You'd want to water it down though, either with some almond milk or something like that. What's that? Right, hello Wendy, I have a question. I miss brown sauce. Why do you miss brown sauce? Why are you looking at HP? Is chip shop sauce okay? Right, Wendy, we have got a surprise for you. I don't know, have we got any here? Well, we've got the bottle. We haven't got much of the sauce. Ella's going to put a link in for you, Wendy. And obviously, this does depend as to whether you're in the UK. I apologise. If you're not in the UK, Wendy, I'm really sorry. We have brown sauce, this tangy brown sauce on our website. This is specially made for us. It contains some of the normal ingredients that you would find. Do you want me to press enter?
Got
it. Which is dates and molasses, but they are a very, very small amount. This is nutritionally tested, and it's something like. Oh, hang on. Can you read that? Because I can't read it on the label. I forgot what the carbs are on that one.
15 grams serving. It's 1.7.
Right, there you go. 1.7 grams of carbs for a tablespoon of the brown sauce. So, right, I'm going to turn the heat down. I'm just going to let that simmer away for a little bit more. I'm going to change the pans over. All right, so curry's on the back. Now I've not added any water to this, and if you put a decent lid on it, This is how much water's already in the Swede. There you go. So this has got no seasoning with it at all at the moment. I feel like we need to do something with it. Brilliant, Wendy. Guess what? We can send it to you. It's great, isn't it? It's unfortunate that the way things have turned in the last year or so, we can't even get stuff out to Ireland very easily. Delivery service seems to be slower and much more expensive. Whereas Scotland seems to be okay. Right, what I'm going to do to this one then. I don't really want to put curry blend there, do I? Let's use the roasted veg blend. Right, I'm just going to flavour the rice. We haven't thought about any other cookbooks at the moment, Jason. We spent the last 18 months just producing cookbooks. It's going to be another year or so before we get around to doing another one. They take a long time to develop, and we just dedicated 2 years solid to making books.
Someone in the public group said, before I buy the bundle, are you planning on releasing anything before Christmas?
No.
And I felt Sue had already said no, and I was having a break, and I thought I'd have to go in myself saying, I promise.
Yeah.
We
promise there are no new books before Christmas. None. Right, so this is the roasted veg blend. Ella does this quite a lot with her stir fries in the morning, adds these blends. It's just going to give it a nice colour, not that Swede is lacking colour, but also a nice sort of flavour as well.
And actually, the same with the blends.
All right, okay, and all the blends are available. Come back for 2022.
Hang on, don't make promises.
All right, come back for 2025. There isn't one in the pipeline at all at the moment. Okay, there's other stuff. Thanks, Stephen. A lot of time went into those books. Ella started them when she was 16, came out when she was 19 when we finished them. That's no joke either. Right. I forget who asked about the Swede rice or making the rice. That's been sitting on the back for a few minutes, medium heat. It's still got a tiny crunch to it. Don't let it overcook. Nothing special about this. Bit of butter, medium heat, seal it, let it steam in its own water for a little while. There we go. It's done. That's great. That's even better now it's so salty. Okay. Let's get the finishing. Did Emma say this was a professional video? Which book is this in? This is in Keto and Spice.
So yeah, chicken tikka masala is in keto and spice. Sweet rice is in OMG.
Sweet rice. How many of you? Is the sweet rice recipe on the website? Well, they're both on the
It's in
website.
OMG.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's on the website.
Okay.
But I mean, cauliflower rice is, so it's
Cauliflower rice, yeah. I mean, just treat Swede, cauliflower, broccoli. Again, when you're doing the certainly broccoli rice, never use the head. Always use the stalk. Right, there we go. There we go. Okay. So I don't need to test the temperature of this chicken because I can see it's well cooked. Unless you have asbestos fingers, don't do this.
Hi, Dan. Or Ola.
Who are we talking to?
Daniel.
Oh, Dan.
Dan.
Keto Dan.
Keto Dan.
Holiday Dan.
What? What do you want?
Chicken tikka masala.
No, Archie.
Yeah, no. You want chicken tikka masala?
Look at his face.
Honestly.
This is not. I saw Coco doing this yesterday. Can't tell me off.
Yeah.
This time there's sausage meat right next to you. Ow! Cool.
Okay. So.
That's one way to get me down. Try and take a photo.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to serve the sauce separately so we can actually combine our own. So we've got the chicken tikka. Got the masala sauce. And the squeezed rice. No, I won't try and pick that one up because it's liquid. Let's have a little bit of garnish. A little bit of natural yogurt. Let's do that. Beautiful. Bonnie, there's at least 4 portions here. There's only 3 of us, so if you're in the area, pop round. There you go.
Just fly over.
Yeah. Right, there we go. Dinner's cooked. A little bit longer than normal, but we might as well do the full works. We're good to go. Right, do you want to go get Libby?
Mm-hmm.
We can feed the dogs and then we can feed ourselves. They always come first. I know. Thank you for joining us. Just quickie for those on YouTube. We've got our Facebook group. So if you want to come and join us, just search for Keto Fitness Club public group. You'll soon find us. It's all right. I just realised something, but I'll get back to that in a bit. So it's fine. I missed something out, but it almost looks like Lisa said it.
Fenugreek.
Yeah, Lisa, you just reminded me the finishing touch to the masala sauce, and it makes a huge difference. It's fenugreek.
Quick, put it back in the pan.
Now, why would I get that from what you just said? It's just because I thought you were letting me know with that
Code.
Magnifique. I thought you were trying to tell me fenugreek. It does look lovely. Thank you very much. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit and we can stir it in because it is literally, it's just the finishing touch. Add it, stir it in. You know, that's all it is. And I promise you, if you do it, it changes the flavour. So I wouldn't normally sprinkle it on top. It would normally be in the sauce, but we're going to stir it and serve it. And you'll know exactly what I mean. Have a sniff. You'll know exactly what I mean when you smell that. It's exactly what you smell when you walk into an Indian restaurant. It's that spice that gets you. And you go, oh, really hungry now. Yeah. Icing on the cake. Definitely no icing. And hold back on the cake. Right, okay, we're gonna go. I will it's me again, isn't it, on Sunday? Sunday. I'm on again on Sunday. I apologise for that. What am I doing? I'm making coconut roti. I remembered that bit.
Yeah. The thought process was we would have the tikka that you prepared today with the coconut roti, but chances are it won't make it.
Well, I've got that lamb, so I can always make lamb kebabs.
Oh yeah.
So tune in Sunday for a more professional and
don't make any promises.
Tune in Sunday for the usual random rubbish. See you later.